Good morning again. It's me again, Bex Townley from Later Life Training, and this is a bit of a secret extra. It's an extra movement snack, and regardless of if anyone tunes in or not, I think there's a few people scheduled to come in. Someone's just appeared. Hello. This is our after party movement snack, and I'm really going to focus on seated stuff. Look, there's the chair. Bit of a preamble just to allow people to arrive. Kels, I can see Kels is in, and I can see Linda is back. Linda, you're back for your second movement snack today. Excellent. It's gonna be, I'm back for my 12th. Okay, Kels, you'll be watching this and then going into your noonday. I'm gonna focus on all things seated options, and of course there's loads of stuff that we cover or have covered in the movement snacks in the past. I'm going to focus, just spend more time literally on trunk movements, ankle movements, leg movements. If you have a cushion to hand, I'm going to look at some cushions as an accessories to support perhaps movements as well. And if you have a firmish cushion, that would be good. That would be ideal, rather than a saggy floppy one. Kels, can you do me a favour, please? Can you tag in Roshi to this movement snack? I've just had a message from her. I know she wants to join us today. Kels, can you just tag her in the comments so that she can find us, please? Give me a thumbs up if that's a Roger Wilco. Roger Wilco, yes. CK, Carol Kent, I can see you're back. Are you back from outer space? No more songs. Kels, give me a thumbs up if that's a Roger on my message to tag in Roshi. Fantastic. Thank you, my friend. Cushions, folks. Now, as we normally do in the movement snacks, we give you lots of different options, and we kind of stay within the constraints of a theme. So I'm going to give you lots of options. They won't all be for you. It's a pick and mix, and really what I want to do is literally spend more time on seated postures that may include lower limb or not. So perhaps some of the lower limb stuff might not be up for you. I'm going to spend more time on trunk and shoulder. Thank you, Kels. And then the cushion as a props, how it might be able to facilitate perhaps movement more easily. Anyway, I'm thrilled to Louise, I can see you're in as well. Welcome and morning to you. It's going to be about the same 15 minutes, yes, but I might over-egg it. We might go into 20, depending on how much my phone battery holds up. Right, I'm going to do a 3, 2, 1. I'm going to say good morning again, Bex Townley from Later Life Training. I can see Kels is on here as well. Kels, chip in as usual with all your additional comments to add any extra info if you can for the movement snackers. I'm hoping, Roshi, you have made it. I've asked Kels to tag you in. I can see Deb's in as well. Now, yes, morning, Roshi. Thank you. We did a bit of teamwork there, Roshi. Me and Kels got you in. We got you in. And I can see Jane's in as well. Hello, Jane. Great to have you. I know you've had a busy morning this morning, Jane. So thank you for taking the time for crowbarring us in and fitting us around your schedule. Should we do it? Just to say, folks, sorry, cushion, firmish cushion. And again, just to say, not all of these movements will be for you. To have a good look and just decide. Roshi, yes. Roshi sent me some birthday cake yesterday, virtually. She just sent me a picture. It wasn't a birthday cake. It was a coming of age cake. Come on. Now, just suffice to say, this is the chair I'm using today because I've come up to the lounge because I'm not doing any standing options today. I don't need any external support. So, of course, the chair you are in will greatly contribute also to your movement potential, the height of the chair, the depth of the chair, whether or not the chair has arms. You may be in a wheelchair, a whole range of chairs. No chair's the same. So again, have a look, decide. Come on, let's get going, shall we? I feel a bit like Mastermind in this chair. Dun, 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 dun. My name's Bex Townley. My specialist chosen topic is movement snacking. Right, come on then, here we go. Let's start with Circ Boost. Circ Boost options, the primary aim of the Circ Boost is to do that, to boost circulation. So from whatever chair you are currently positioned, and of course the chair back and the angle of that chair will greatly contribute as well. Let's go with start position. Relax start position wherever you're at. And let's take a bottom-up approach. Where's your feet? Are they about hip width? If not, can you get them to that point? Coming through, so knees are in front of hips, so make sure they're not too narrow or not too wide. And it might be that some adjustments with the arms can help with that, of course. And you will know all the strategies you have and use to mobilise and move. So for sure, if arms are there and they can help assist positioning, go for that. Here we go then, arms of chair. We want to get into that active sit position. So this could mean that without assistance, you lift and lengthen to tall position. Or it could mean that actually at the moment, we can use the arms of the chair for a little bit of extra lift. Either way, we want to activate the middle bit as long as you can between the hip and the rib. Feel that active sit position. Feel normal breathing. By that I mean your usual breathing. Lift and open the posture a little bit. Just feel how that is. Is it effortful? Is it easy? Is it challenging? And then come out of that active sit position. Now that in itself is potentially quite a big movement for the posture muscles to support themselves. So a couple more of those. Feel your way around. Here we go, with or without assistance. Grow and extend. And with that extend, can you feel some extra tension and activity in the buttocks? High here. Now coming up in this high sit position, you've literally shifted the angle of your pelvis. Now either remain here in active sit, or we're going to progress forward for the hip walking. Hands on chair. Now take your time on this. So we literally release the weight from one buttock so we can shift it forwards. That's why this weight transfer is so critical. I unload one buttock, give it a shifty forwards, and then this is how we literally edge our way forwards. From here again, you might need some additional positioning of legs. We want them hip width apart and the heels back and down. Let's go into our usual arm marches here. So this is our Circ Boost. Take your time, tuck the elbow in, keep this active sit position, and as we know, bring them together as and when you're ready. Now, because we're remaining in seated, the likelihood is we're gonna really need our trunk, our supporting structure, to be as effective as it can be in its movements of daily activity. So big focus on trunk, shoulder blades and shoulders in this movement snack. Now take a pause. Other options, as we know, bringing the hands together creates quite a different movement action, because as we guide the elbow back, we get this additional turn. So we've already started to mobilise the trunk, but most importantly, I want some backward shift on the elbow. Now, the more I extend forwards, I bring in other movements, but the Circ Boost wants to be rhythmical. So just mix it all up, a bit of all of that if you want. Have a bit of a march here, have a bit of a shift here, extend the arms every now and again. Now, if legs are on your radar, we want some activity there as well. Now, bringing the legs back a bit, so bring the heels back and down, this is important, will make it easier to raise the heels. Can you see? And I just want to reinforce this fact, because if your feet are forwards, if your feet are here, a heel raise will feel much more difficult to initiate because of the angle of the ankle. So if you're struggling or you're finding it difficult to get any decent range of motion at that heel, bringing it back. And again, I'm just showing here that you might want to assist to do that. Get those heels back, and that will immediately enable you to get more movement out of ankles. We've got feet here as well. Take your time, have a look. Getting information from vision can help with that. Now, bringing the feet forward in this position will more easily enable you to pick the toes up. So the position of where the feet are can either help or hinder movement. That's really significant, especially if you're experiencing limitations in movement. Get toes going as well. Here we go. Of course, if we are steady, if we're confident and comfortable to bring all that together, it's here. But if that is compromised, then break it down, bit of both. The other thing you might want to do is just go for some extensions again. So extending the leg out and back, just a couple of minutes of circ boost. Let's take a hip walk back, lift and shift, and have a switch off. Switch off is important, recovery is important. The posture muscles require stamina, and we're building that stamina over time. So have a little pit stop, have a little rest. Right, let's move on into some active sit with additional trunk movements. Come into active sit. Either remain here towards back of chair or take the lift and shift forwards. This lift and shift, bring the feet with you. So have a pick up with you if you can. Now, let's spend some time around the chest and the upper back. We're going to take some open close chest and upper back. Bring your hands to what is a comfortable stop position, I call this, just hands here. They don't have to be stop, but just bring the arms relaxed as if you're kind of actively going to hold an object. And now just go through the motions of squeezing the shoulder blades together, and now bringing the shoulder blades apart. So we're mobilising the upper back, the kind of the thoracic region of the spine, shall we say, but I'm keeping the lift here. So I don't want this to be a slump and shrink. Tall here, and think about your sternum here and your shoulder blades behind. Just the hands here might help give you that sense of open and close. Of course, it's the chest that's opening and closing. Now, this activity here, as you can see, this is our pulling muscles, and this is our muscles that kind of go into push. So a little bit of activity in there. We want to mobilise and be freer moving in the middle of our spine, because our shoulder blades contribute to all of our arm movements. If you feel that you want to crowbar an extra few shoulder rolls, chuck those in for free. They're always in there. They're always in the plus benefits bag. Okie dokes. Now moving on, staying on trunk. We've done open and close, so this kind of open chest and close. Let's look at twist, bend and extend. Try and say that with your movement snacking teeth in. Twist, bend and extend. So this is our kind of mobility stuff from our ATMs. Now on the twist, go for the lengthen. I'm gonna add a twist to this. So hands relaxed and out of the equation. It might be here, it might be here, wherever you feel. We're going to go for a lift, go for a twist and a return. Same on the other side. Twist and return, and ease your way round. And now let's switch to a bend and a return. Pause in the middle, a bend and a return. And now let's go for an extend and return and switch off. So the reason I packaged these up, this is movement. This is just movement from everyday life. And now in the 8 AMs, we very explicitly go through a series of movements in the same direction. But in daily life, we constantly move through different directions. Life doesn't work in 4s, 5s, 8s and 12s. So this one is just about maintaining active sit, and feeling a turn and a return, and maybe a side bend on the same side, and then maybe an extend in the middle, and then maybe a twist to the other side, and feel your way around these different movements. And can you feel that all of those movements are really looking to mobilise the trunk, the middle of the back? Let's take a pit stop. You might want to rest your hands here. Recovery is important. Posture muscles require stamina. They're constantly working to hold us upright in sit and in stand positions. But if we're in sit positions, we really, really need to even more require trunk movements to get us places, literally. Let's go around again on the twist, bend, extend. And we can make that more functional, of course, by bringing in the arms. So, generally in life, if we're going to twist, bend or extend, it's because we need to get somewhere. So let's take a lift, a twist with a reach across there. You'll bring in extra movement. There's the twist with the functional arm. Here's the bend with the functional arm down to the side. And here's the extend with the functional arm. So it could be that you bring in a turn there and return. Side bend as if we're reaching down to floor and return, and then maybe try an extend and a little bit of a shoulder raise as well. Take a pause, pit stop, either here in the thinker position, or come back to full back stop, full pit stop as we call it, and a switch off. Now we've just done lots of stuff around trunk and active sit. So let's come back down now, spend a bit of time on legs and ankles. Now for this one, right back in the full back rest position, but rather than letting the chair do the work, just come up to active sit. We're all the way back in the chair. Now this means your legs have lots of support. So we've got support depending on the depth of your chair, of course. So from here we're going to take an ankle into a knee extension here. Now I'm a little bit too far forward. I'm going to add a bit of this. Right, so let's try. Single leg only, working through the ranges of motion at ankle and knee. So can you see this foot here? Foot is back. I'm going to go for a heel raise and a lower. Then I'm going to slide the foot forwards, slide, slide, slide to a comfortable extend position. That will make it easier for me now to go to a toe lift there, and then relax the foot, and then go for a knee extend and slowly lower. And then slide back into start position. Now the slide, depending on your footwear and the floor surface, if we're sliding either forwards or back, what we're essentially doing is adding resistance. And that's okay, just feel your way around that. So same leg again, heel is back and down. Go for the heel raise, get the ankles going. Try and give a real big squeeze there and lower. Keep the active sit. Now go for a steady slide out to a comfortable position, and as you slide, now bring the toes up and keep the heel push forward, and then relax the foot. The foot needs to be relaxed before we go for the pickup. So we're just looking to extend the leg, and you'll feel the activity here in the thigh, and then lower down, and then slide back. So in those sequences of movements, we've got ankle, we've got the thigh that extends the knee, we've got the toe lift, and then we've got a little bit more activity when the foot comes off the floor. We've got additional activity in the thigh, lower with control, and now when we slide the foot back, we've got the muscles at the back of the knee. Other leg then, other leg, here we go. If you need to have a pit stop, do so. If you feel that you want to give yourself more support, put your arms here, just for action behind the hips, should feel about right. Okay, let's go for heel and lower. Go for the slide, 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 slide. So we're feeling our way around knees now. Go for the toe up, relax the toe down, go for the leg up, a bit more active, have a feel of your thigh activate here, lower, 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 and now go for the slide back, and this is the back of the knee. Okay, how was that? So we've got front and back of thighs, which are kind of activating all the muscles around the knees, and then we had the toes for toe pickups and the heels. Let's come back up to trunk and functional reach, and I'm going to ask you to grab your cushion for this one. Active sit position. Let's go for a little bit of activity here through the grip and grasp. So it's relaxed at about sternum height here. Relax, relax, relax. Squeeze just with the hands. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release, and then start to squeeze the cushion together. So we've got a little bit more activity, and can you see my arms squeezing down here? Now, can you see, because I've got this oblong shaped cushion, if I turn it this way round now, I've got even more stuff to play with. So the size of the cushion matters as well. So there's that way, and here's that way. So I'm bringing in my squeezy, pressy muscles, got a bit of grip strength going in there, feel a bit of activity under there. Let's change that. So have a bit of a squeeze and now push forwards to extend, and then relax, and again have a pit stop. Now let's add into that some additional range. So having done all of the upper back squeezy stuff this now, let's go for a squeeze and a push and a return and a release, and then each time you're going to creep out a little bit higher, just a little bit, slightly in front here, and relax. Now, obviously this is functional in daily life, we need to reach and grab. All the cushion does is adds to a little bit more activity through the muscles with grip and that squeezy, the chest muscles squeezing those together. And this is everything we need for our functional reach. Okay, that's some more upper. I want to go back down to a little bit more ankles and feet, just to show how the cushion might help facilitate more movement through the ankles. So for this one, definitely need to have a lift and shift, lift and shift. Oh, can I just crowbar something in? If you've got good arms of the chairs and the right height, and you are looking to get out of a chair, rather than the lift and shift, you might want to try some little bumps forward. And this will be something that you already do as one of your everyday strategies for sure. But again, just to be aware, if you think about how we do this, we can be more specific about how the arms and the legs can work together. So controlled bumps, as I call them, can also work. Now, here's the cushion. Have a look at this one and decide. So, can the cushion help facilitate more movement down in the ankles? Let's have a look and then decide. So I'm going to place my cushion with my hip hinge and support here, just slightly in front of the foot, like so. Can you see? I'm just going to turn sideways. Now, with a bit of an angle, again, you might want to assist that leg into position if that helps. And we have the foot now on an angle. So I've got my ball of my foot up the cushion and my heel is on the floor. Because the cushion is already taken us some far away there, and I've got a bit of feedback now from the cushion, it might be that I can get more heel raise than I normally do, just by changing the angle of the foot. Might work for you. The other thing you can do, of course, because we've got the cushion under under the feet, there's more to scrunch comfortably as well. So you might want to take a scrunch and then a press and a lift. So the cushion has created perhaps an easier angle for you to get some lift from the heel. And remember, this is ankle mobility, but it's also starting to get some activity, muscle activity into the calves. So needless to say, if that assists perhaps with the heel raise, if we place the cushion in a different place, can it assist with toes? So I could put the heel behind here, there, and now I can get a sensation of pushing my heel into the cushion. And can you see I automatically got some hip hinge there as well? So a little press down into the heels and a pull up through the toes there. And again, this might, not saying it definitely is, because I don't know anything about you. These are all ideas, folks, that could facilitate greater movement. So there's our toe lift. I think, folks, that's it. The only other thing I wanted to do was some functional reach. So with the active sit position, if you'd like, you can take your seated walking. We can bring all that together with some heel placements and the hip hinge. We talk about this one a lot in the usual movement snack, don't we, there? I'm bare feet, so we can get loads more toe activity here. But what about if we start to add alternating functional reach? So opposite arm to leg, yes? So there's the left leg and the functional reach. This is a hip hinge, not a bend, and it's an extend and extend. Now, by changing the point of the foot, it really enables me to reach further. If I reach here with my feet back, I haven't got as much support underneath me. So if I place the foot, I've now created the situation where I can go a little bit further. So you'll know if you can actually go into a bit of a push up from there. There is the functional reach to the front. Now what about over to the side? Have a look at this. So functional reach to the side is here, but can we go a little bit further without lifting the buttocks off? Have a look at that again. So I'm reaching out to grab something to my side, but I'm taking a shifty over there. So here again is, you can see all the muscles of the trunk are working to extend forwards. Right, I think that's enough. Crikey, there's a whole pick and mix in there. So let's just put in a bit of a chest stretch, folks, because we've done quite a lot of trunk work today. Have a squeezy stretch there. Hands together, have a squeezy stretch there. Take the leg out to extend and have a bit of a stretch on the back of the thigh here. Relax the foot. So hinging into that position slowly out. Same on the other side. Hingy foot. And ease out. Is there something in all of that could help, that you could crowbar into your day? Sequences of movements, finding your way through each range of motion. I hope that was helpful. Do let us know how it went for you. Send us some comments. I think I'm crikey about 25 minutes. Sorry if I over-egged it. And if you'd like more regular seated only options, that's certainly something we could crowbar into the Make Movement Your Mission routine. All right, I'm going to sign off for now. Thank you for joining me, folks. Have a great rest of the afternoon. Kaus will be with you at noon for our standard time slot, Dave at 4, and I'll be back with you for our regular 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Thanks very much, folks. Bye for now.